So look, I've been given the keys to the Lepas L4 Pantera, and let me tell you, this car has exceeded my expectations. Now, we see a lot of Chinese cars on the road these days, and I always wondered to myself, what makes these cars so special? And let me tell you, when I was given the keys to this car, I didn't know what to expect. But this car has definitely exceeded my expectations, and I'm gonna tell you all about it in this review. So let's do it. Okay, so let's drive out, do what we gotta do. You can hear this thing is already beeping, bro. And that 540-degree camera is doing what it gotta do. It's a pretty tight space in here. I've got another car parked in the garage, and the garage is pretty much a storage unit for our big tools. Like, you know, we've got a grass cutter, we've got a lawnmower there, there's a fridge, there's shelves. And I don't need anybody to tell me where to turn because I've literally got the camera. Obviously, I'm also using my own discretion. You can't use the camera by itself, you know, even though it gets the job done, but you know, you have to just make sure that you're looking everywhere. Let me tell you about this driveway. It's a really narrow driveway, and that's why I appreciate this camera. You can hear it's already beeping because I'm close to the wall. You can probably see how narrow it is on camera. It might not look that narrow, but from the inside, it definitely does, because you never want to make a mistake and scratch your mirror, especially here because there's a bush, there's a gutter, there's another bush there. Then you have to make these micro adjustments as you're driving out of the yard. And without the 540-degree camera, you drive out much slower and it makes the process much longer. So this is a really smooth car to drive. I mean, the everyday usability is crazy. I literally use it to go to gym, to go to studio. And because this car drives so smooth, the throttle response is effortless. The steering is nice and light. I really love how this car handles overall. My sibling's school is also literally just down the road from where I stay. So I was fetching them from school the other day, and then I had to go and fetch my older sister from work. And let me tell you, this is really dope for everyday usability. Not to say that it's surprising. I mean, this is an SUV, but it is a mid-size SUV. So when we could all fit in the car, I wasn't necessarily shocked, but I was like, oh, okay, you know, that's kind of nice. So this is really dope for everyday usability. You can take it to gym, pack your stuff, have my siblings in the car with their school bags. I've got 4 siblings, so there's 5 of us. We can all fit inside. They can fit with their school bags, and my older sister can fit with her bag, and pretty much everybody's still sitting comfortably. No problems whatsoever. And I really love that about this car. Not only that, but this car literally turns heads. Thank you. I can't even tell you how many people have told me that this is a nice car. Like, people just randomly say to me, oh, you've got such a nice car. And I'm here saying thanks. Meanwhile, I have to take the car back at some point in time. The driving position is also pretty dope. As I said, it's a mid-size SUV, so you're sitting pretty high in your seat, and these seats are comfortable. Let me actually start by saying that these seats are properly comfortable. And I like the high seating position because it kind of feels like you're on a throne, you know? Kind of makes you feel like a boss, like you're taking up space on the road, and I like that. If you need to overtake, just put it in sport mode. When you do put it in sport mode, everything becomes stiffer, which is pretty normal for a car in sport mode. I mean, everything becomes stiff, you know, but when you put your foot down, it responds immediately. My little siblings actually keep telling me that I must get this car. So that should say something. And you know, children don't lie. Children will tell it like it is, and they really love this car. I need to go and fetch him. Where?
Why are you upset?
Guys, we're all gonna have to go.
Why?
Yay!
Because I can't drop you off and then fetch him every time.
Let's go! Let's go! This
We
is more fun!
quite frankly don't have an option there.
More fun! Why? Now we get to stay in this beautiful Lepas.
As do I, to be honest. As do I. I've really grown to love it more the more that I drive it and get used to it. This car is a mix of everything. It's a good balance of pretty much everything that you need. It's even got the aggressive styling on the outside that gives it that aggressive look. Even though it's not a sports car, as I said, when you put it in sports, it becomes very responsive. One of the most special things about this car, which I actually forgot to cover, is this. Hello, Lepas.
I'm coming.
Open my front windows.
Okay.
Boom. That's pretty much it on the drive, man. It does what you want it to do. It's responsive, it's silky smooth. I really can't find anything wrong with it. Like, if I'm being 100% honest with you, I really can't find anything wrong with it. But now that we've spoken about the drive, let's talk more about the interior. Let's just talk about the overall design. So it's very minimalistic in here, but modern. Kind of like how Apple makes their products. I'm getting that same vibe in here. So we've got a leatherette interior, so it's not real leather. It's faux leather, but you know, still looks good. Whether it looks good or not, the important thing is it comfortable? And I can tell you 100% this interior is comfortable. These seats are really comfortable, and I really like the quilted design. I don't know if it's quilted, if that's really the word, but I really like the design on these seats. It gives it a very luxurious look, and I like cars that have designs on their seats. You know, I like it when a car has stitching and it's shaped nicely, you know, like here we've got this kind of diamond shaped stitching, which I really like. And these two front seats are ventilated as well, and you see on a day like today where it's crazy hot, that's literally perfect. I can literally just boom, turn on my ventilated seat, and then I'm cool now. My driver's seat is also a 6-way electric seat, which is really dope. You know, I can adjust it. I mean, obviously I don't adjust it much because I'm the only one driving it, so I adjust it once and I don't need to adjust it again. But I've always liked electric seats. It's just fun to adjust it with a little button that you push or whatever it is. The steering wheel. Here you've got your volume up button, you've got your volume down. You've got your cruise control. You've pretty much got all the bells and whistles. Then you've got a push to start button over here, which is also extremely dope. You know, gone are the days of having to put a key in and turn the key. Now we push to start this side. We've got a 13.2-inch infotainment system. It's got Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. My favorite feature, as I've mentioned before, the 540-degree camera. Obviously, when the camera displays, it displays on this infotainment system, and you've pretty much got every angle that you need. Press a button and you can choose which camera you want to be viewing on the screen. And then we've got an electric charger, 50-watt electric charger. I love it. I just put my phone here. I don't even really need to worry about leaving the house with a charged phone. There's 2 cup holders here as well, and then you can put your key here in the cup holder. If not, you can just put it in this little slit on the side. And then you've got a young storage compartment here in the center, and you can plug in a Type-C or a USB in here, plus space for a 12-volt whatever that thing is. You guys know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I really like the fact that yes, there's an infotainment system, but there are also physical buttons. You know, if I want to turn on my heads, it's boom, I press the button. If I want to turn on the AC, boom, I press the button. I don't necessarily have to take my eyes off the road and now press and then, you know, keep having to do this now. Just press the button and I'm sorted. Then we've got a digital cluster as well. I like the minimalism. You know, you don't need too much. You just need to know what speed you're going. You need to know how much mileage you have, and you're sorted. It's pretty much got all the information that you need there. Then you've obviously got your sunroof, fully electric sunroof, and the buttons for the sunroof, and then these 2 lights over here. These lights are really nice. The sound system is pretty decent as well. You can bump the music, hear the bass, hear the mids, hear the highs. It's a really dope sound system. And that's pretty much it for the interior. The highlight for me, besides the technology that I've spoken about, it does have lane assist, blind spot assist, adaptive cruise control. It's pretty much got everything that you need. But for me, my favorite thing outside of the technology, I just really love the design of this car overall. Now you see, one thing that always annoyed me about entry-level cars is the fact that these car manufacturers don't really put effort into the design. You know, if you're not paying a premium price for a car. And with this car, they really did. It's exceeded my expectations. I mean, look at this LED light here in front, very aggressive grille. So this whole design is inspired by a Leopard, and I always look at it and I'm like, this is a really good looking car. Whenever I park it, I take pictures. I just think it's a really great car to look at.
After spending time with the Lepas L4, one thing becomes clear.
this car punches well above its weight. For the price you're paying, the comfort, practicality, technology, and design come together in a package that feels far more premium than you'd expect. It's rare to find an entry-level vehicle that ticks all the right boxes and still turns heads everywhere it goes. And that's what makes the L4 so impressive. Thanks for watching.